Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Gerad here, and I wanted to welcome you back to my video series on how to use Melodyne with SIBIAC. And today we will be talking about time and attack speed. Now, before I started this video, I checked to make sure I had the latest update, and the latest update actually implements the main window now inside of Melodyne from the tools list. Now, the main window is a combination of the time and the pitch window. So with that in mind, I will be using both just to kind of give a demonstration how to use that alongside the function buttons and what they do now that they are labeled and working properly. And additionally, we will be making some changes in options to the timing grid because of the song and the way I want to move the words. It is also worth noting now, before I get started, that if you have any further questions or comments regarding how to use SIBIAC and the setup process and installation, please see the description, for there will be all the information you will need there, and that includes download links to SIBIAC and a written guide on how to use Melodyne. But other than that, feel free to watch this video and learn as I do, kind of, sort of, and enjoy the adventure, and I hope you guys like what you see. Again, if you do, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you. Alright, so now that I have the song started here in Reaper, let's go to the beginning of it, and I want to play the demo. It's the same demo I've been using for all the songs, but for those of you who have not been following me, this is going to be new for you. But if you have any questions regarding how to use other parts of Melodyne, please see the other videos in this series. Thank you.
Play.
I need lyrics for this song, but I don't know what to say. I sat here all day long, but my brain don't want to play. I did not know what to do, now I'm running far behind. I hope this demo works for you, 'cause I'm about to lose my mind.
Alright. Alright. So,
Stop.
I have noticed in the fourth verse, there's a polyrhythm in the way I say, I hope this demo works for you, and I want to fix that. So I'm going to go to verse 4, which is a
Verse 4 marker bar 14.
marker, obviously. And
5 vocals, 3 items.
make sure the vocals is selected. I'm going to
One
split
item
that. And I'm going to take that fourth section,
4
because
vocals.
now that there's 4 vocals, and make sure this is the part that I want.
I hope this demo.
Stop.
Okay, good. So now I'm going to bring it up in Melodyne by using the Control-Shift-E command, which brings it up in a secondary external editor, and it's a copy of the item. It's not the original. So now that I have loaded this up into Melodyne, it will analyze the file, just like it always does, and whenever analyzation of the file is complete, Melodyne will announce that it is ready.
Melodyne untitled. Top
there
menu.
you go. Now, it's worth noting that it doesn't always focus Melodyne. Sometimes you have to move around a little bit, but that's okay. It still works. Now, in the top menu, I am going to go to Options, so I'm going to hit Enter.
Top menu.
I'm going to hit
File
Escape
submenu, Alt
once,
plus F.
so that way I can at least hear the name of the files, and Options is 4 menus over.
Edit submenu. Algorithm. Track submenu. Option submenu. Alt plus
And
F.
I'm going to go down to Timing Grid.
Show note editors. Scale editor. Show sound. Pitch grid sub. Time grid submenu T.
Time Grid.
Active check day.
And I'm going to actually go up
1/32 T1.
to 30-second triplets. And the reason I want to use triplets is so that way I have precise or control of where the notes are moving to.
Melodyne untitled.
Now, it's worth noting that if I hadn't used swing style rhythm in this song, I probably wouldn't have even addressed this. But you make sure that if you're using something with more of a swing to it, you want to use triplets. And if you're using something that's more straightforward, you don't need to use the triplets unless you want to make a triplet polyrhythm. Alright, so now that we have done that, I'm going to get out of this menu by hitting Escape a couple of times just to make sure that I'm clear of the top menu. I'm going to tab down.
Editing tools main.
And now that I am in the main tool, I want to go ahead and use this moment to talk about the function command shortcuts, which I will also use in this video. F1 through F5 and their various cycled states can bring up different options, which are also available through the editing tools menu, which I just accessed. However, you can also use the function buttons to do the same thing. F1 is your main window.
Main.
F2 is your pitch, pitch modulation, and pitch drift windows. You push it once for pitch.
Pitch.
but you push it twice in a row for pitch modulation.
Pitch modulation.
And you push it 3 times in a row for pitch drift.
Pitch drift.
Now, if you push it just once, it'll take
Pitch.
you right back to pitch. But if you push it once again,
Pitch.
it just keeps you at pitch. So you got to push twice or 3 times in a row, depending. So, move my microphone. Anyway, so with that in mind, we're going to move to the F3 key,
Formant.
which is your formant shortcut. And now, if you push it twice, it's just going to take you into formant again. Now, there's no other key commands.
Formant.
So F4 is going to be
Amplitude.
amplitude, and that's the only thing that's on that one.
Amplitude. Amplitude.
Now, F5 cycles through 3 different things, but only 2 of them are accessible. Now, the time and F2, F5
Time.
twice is only going to keep you at time, but if you push it 3 times, 1, 2, 3,
Attack speed.
you go to attack speed. Now, I will be focusing on time here,
Time.
so I'm going to use that. And time naturally
Editor.
just has an editor grid,
Top menu.
but it
Editor.
doesn't have a value. The reason why is because you're adjusting time with the keyboard shortcuts, which is Alt left and right, or excuse me, Control left and right. So with that having been said, I'm going to move now to the part of the song where I want to actually work on the polyrhythm of Works For You. So it's right here.
This demo work. This demo works for you.
So I'm going to move those notes around to where Works For You is on the beat instead of off the beat. So let's do that real quick.
Demo works for you.
So what I want to do is I want to highlight you, and it works from the start of the note, not at the end of the note. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to hold Control and move the right arrow over twice. And I'm going to do the same thing with the word for. I'm going to move it over twice. Now, I know that this is not going to line it up the way I want, but I'm doing this to show you exactly what matters or how it works.
Demo.
So I'm going to go to Demo.
Demo works for you because
You can see there's still a little bit of a stretch there. Now, I did that because I wanted to show you that it does move it.
Works for you.
Now I'm going to move it 2 more times each. You twice.
For you.
And then 4 twice. So let's back up.
Demo. I'm about. Just this demo works for you because I'm about to lose my mind.
Alright, so now that I got the polyrhythm fixed, I wanted to go to the main window and show you a combination of how to use time and pitch at the same time. So let's do that. Press F1. I'm at that time and pitch window. And so what we're going to do now is we are going to work on some of the words here.
This demo.
So I'm going to move demo to see what note it is.
B3 plus 2 CT.
It's a B3. Now what I want to do is I want to actually make it a C sharp because I believe a B is a little bit flat for the fact that the part of the song is in A, excuse me. So, no, wait a minute. No, it's in G. I'm right. It's in G. So, B is the note that I do want to use after all. But if I want to actually use it, turn it into a 7th instead of a 5th, I would actually have to, or not a 7th, but, I would actually want to move to a E, which would still work, but it would sound more artificiated since the note has been moved up so much.
B3 plus 2 CT.
So what I want to do is I'm going to move it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
E4 plus 2 CT.
Yes, it's a 5 more, so if I recall correctly, it actually is a 5th and not a 7th. Excuse me. So it was at a 3rd note of the G, now it's at a 5th note of the G. Now let's listen to the song from what I just did.
I hope this demo works for you, cause I'm about to lose my. I hope this demo works for you, cause.
Now, that actually would still sound good if I had sang it closer to that, but I did not. I want to leave it there just for fun, just to see what it does.
This demo works for
G number 3 minus 13 CT.
I'm going to move that up.
A number 3. B3 minus 13.
demo.
B3 plus 6 CT. B3 plus 16 CT. D3 minus 17 CT. D3 minus 17 CT.
I'm about to lose. I hope this demo works for you, 'cause I'm
just being silly. Now, I know this is nothing I would consider professional, but just to give you an idea.
I hope this demo works.
Now, I can try and move I hope, but I don't think it's going to work the way I want. Because I actually don't have it cut in before the start of the beat, so it would not work the way I was thinking it would. But that's okay. Now that I have this pretty much laid out the way I want, let me listen to it one more time.
I hope this demo works for you, 'cause I'm about to lose my mind.
Now, lose my mind is all on the downbeat. Now, I can go in there and edit that the same way I would with in the original time window by using the control left and right arrows. So let's go to So if I go to my and I'm going to hold control and left arrow a couple of times, it's going to back it up. I'm going to move it 4 times.
It's about to lose my mind.
So let's listen to that.
I hope this demo works for you, 'cause I'm about to lose my mind.
It just does not sound right.
To lose my.
So I'm going to move that back. 1, 2, 3, 4 by control and right arrow. Now let's listen to the song from this clip in the beginning.
Works for you, 'cause I'm about to lose my mind.
Okay, now you'll notice, as I mentioned in the previous video, okay, we're going to get rid of that, so let's do this.
Amplitude 0.00 dB. 0.00 dB. Amplitude 0.00 dB. Text edit. Off.
Okay.
I hope this demo works for you, 'cause I'm about to lose my mind.
Okay, now let's worry about attack before I forget to do that. Okay.
Attack speed.
So I'm going to attack mode, or attack speed mode. Now, attack basically is pretty self-explanatory. It's the attack of the actual word or syllable or sibilance, this is actually really good for getting rid of a lot of sibilance and some of the stuff that you have. Like, let's see.
This demo.
See, demo is a perfect example of that. Listen to demo.
Demo.
Now I'm going to back it up to this. Now listen to the two together.
This demo. This demo.
Okay. There's a little bit of sibilance in demo. Not a whole lot, but it's there. So what I want to do is I want to actually use the attack to get rid of some of that.
Demo.
Okay, now I'm going to hit the
editor.
Let's see what the
0.0%.
See, I can now use the control up and down to move it by
0.0%.
Oh wait, you can't use. That's right. In this mode, you cannot use the arrow keys to change the value of your attack speed. I forgot, but you can do it manually.
Attack speed 0.0%.
By going to the attack speed by tabbing down out of the editor and hitting enter to enter a manual value. So I'm going to do -2.
Minus 2.0%.
So.
Demo.
So let's try to get. Let's do something ridiculous so you can see what it exactly does. So -10.
Minus 10.0%.
Demo.
Still not noticeable? Let's do some more.
Minus 50.0%.
Demo.
Now, it kind of stretches out that first bit of the line, too, which is pretty cool. Now, that's a negative attack. Now, let's do a positive attack.
Text edit. 50.0%.
Demo. 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 Demo.
Text edit.
Demo.
Text edit.
Now go back to now I'm going to go to 100.
100.0.
Demo. Demo. Demo.
Now listen to it.
I hope this demo works.
See, it rushed it a slight bit. So yeah, that'll help kind of clean up a little bit of the rushing potentially and get rid of sibilance as well, as you've heard. So I'm going to put this back to, I don't know. Let's see here. Let's go back to 0.
0.0.
Demo.
So I want to give a little bit of that, a little bit of a slight bit. So I'm going to give about 10.
10.
Demo.
So let's go back to the start of the song.
I hope this demo works for you, 'cause I'm about to lose my mind.
And there's really not a whole lot that you can. Okay, let's see here.
Work for you, 'cause I'm about to lose my.
I'm about to lose my mind.
'Cause I'm about to lose my mind. 'Cause I'm.
Now, there's not really much more that I really want to do to this at the moment. So, but I just wanted to give you an idea of how the attack can actually work. Now, it's probably not going to be very heavily used, but you can use it to kind of help clean up a little bit of the attack or the approach of a syllable. And with that being said, I am now completely through with this bit of the song. So I'm going to export this audio file now by going to the top menu and just hitting enter
Top menu.
and then hitting E.
Export. Format wave.
The reason I'm doing that is because, like I said, I believe in a previous video, when you actually hit enter on the top menu, the file menu is already selected and ready to go. So any command that you do out of the file menu will be selected. And now that I'm in the export dialog box, I'm just going to shift tab twice.
Cancel. Export.
Because my settings are already set to 48,000 kilohertz at 24-bit, which is what I export at.
Browse for folder dialog.
And
Okay
now it's going to take me to the folder browsing dialog. And the reason I've been browsing directly into my default location is because it generally will not let me overwrite the original file in which I create. So I am going to give you an example of that now. I'm actually going to go try to overwrite the original file.
Make new folder button Alt plus. Namespace tree control tree view. This PC. Libraries collapsed 5 of. Storage. Network collapsed. Control panel. Recycle bin 9. Save house 10. Net. Store. Library. This PC. Gerad Duval. This. Level 2 3D object. Desktop. Documents. Downloads. Music collapsed. Pictures. Videos. Local disk. Expanded. Level 3 AM. Contact library. Multi-samples. Perflogs 4. Program file. Reaper projects collapsed. Expand. Level 4 A live scene through broken eye. All speed read. NG's theme. Backing tracks. Cell S opera. Clean song. Corey Asbury Rec. Demo song. Expanded. Level 5 audio 1 of 1.
Now if I hit enter here,
Unable to export dialog. You are about to overwrite the original files of your project. Please select a different folder for the files you wish to export. OK button.
point in case. And that's the only option you have.
Export. Export.
So
Melodyne untitled star.
So let me
Top
do
menu.
this again.
Top menu. Export. Can't export. Browse for folder dialog. Unable to export.
Oh,
Export.
okay.
Export. Include tails. Not selected. Export. Browse for make new folder button. Alt. Namespace tree control tree view. Level. Click. Alt. Level. Program files collapsed. Multisam. Level 1. Level 0 desktop expanded. Level 1 Dropbox collapsed 1 of. Level 0 desktop. Melodyne untitled star. Top menu.
Okay, I just exported it to my desktop. Not a big deal. Okay, so I'm going to close out on Melodyne now.
Close dialog. The document contains changes. Cancel. Discard button. Demo song modified. Folder view. Open Office 4. Reaper. Open Office. OBS Studio. And this. Contact access. WhatsApp 14 of 05 vocals 108.
And there it is.
Recycle bin 3 of 15. Demo song. OBS 2. Demo song modified. Folder view. This PC 2.
Now I'm
PC
going to go
window.
move this into
Devices
my...
Tree view. Reaper. Items view list. Demo song 8 of 27. Items view. Demo song. Audio 1 of 3. Audio.
Now when I
Items
go to
view list.
replace it,
Replace or skip files. Pause the operation checkbox not check read only pause the operation. Unavailable. Demos. Audio window. Demo song mod. Demo song
Okay.
mod. R1.
now that I have incorporated the new modified audio file, let's listen to the whole song now.
Play.
I need lyrics for this song, but I don't know what to say. I sat here all day long, but my brain don't want to play. I did not know what to do. Now
All right. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video series as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. And I look forward to seeing what future implementations come about with SIBIAC, and I will do my best to make video demonstrations of them. If you have any requests or anything like that, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, and I will be happy to answer them as best I can. Again, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, you can also leave them in the comments. But if you have any major questions regarding installation and setup of SIBIAC or how to use Melodyne and set that up correctly, please see the first video of this series, or you can look in the description where the table of contents for all the videos will also be held. And you can also again leave comments as well for that. If you've liked what you've seen, I'd appreciate it if you would comment, rate, subscribe, and share these videos with other visually impaired and blind users, or anybody else for that matter who is learning how to use this program in general. I'd be happy to help you all as well. Alright guys, well until the next video, I will see you then. This is Gerad signing out, saying thank you for watching.